Spawning on the left-hand side, we've got Raton. And his opponent up top, Niccolaccio. So this is beginners division. Take it easy, Warpgate. Nice to see you. And we got pretty short rush distance here. Raton typically likes to get aggressive. He likes his lizards. It's kind of funny because it's like both players have a second base. You know? Both players are very, very close to each other within spitting distance, pretty much. And then all the bases are just in like a line over here. But Raton likes to be aggressive, so I doubt we'll get into a macro game regardless. But it does look like we're going to have 8 farm openings. Yep, 8 farm singles so far, most likely into 8 farm doubles. With rush distances this short, it's very risky to really do much else. We might still see 8 farm double into tier 2 though. I think with moles in the equation that could be punished. You know, like if on a short rush distance map like this, you went 8 farm double into a tier 2 against somebody who went like 3 tier 1 in a mole warren or 2. But let's see, both players really respecting their opponents. We're caught in a little bit of tier 1 chicken. Neither player wanting to commit. As I say that, Niccolaccio looks like he's saving up for a tier 2 warren now. And gonna get those chameleons out. So we just got to give it a little bit of time here. So far, Raton is just sticking to the lizards. Niccolaccio just getting some squirrels up, getting the cams. The squirrels are a little bit forward, though. This engagement could favor the lizards here. Yeah, the lizard's just slaughtering those squirrels. Damn. And then he's even going to get on top of the tier 2 warren, but he's not going to quite get it. Does get the tier 1 warren. Loses all those lizards. A big risk there from Raton to try to knock that out. But it wasn't the end of the world. He traded so favorably in that first fight, he just kind of evened things up by diving his lizards in. But he did get that extra tier 1 warren to boot. However, I'm liking this composition from Niccolaccio better so far. He's got a very comparable amount of tier 1 units, as well as the chameleons that help out with the tanking, with the damage. He's going to push these lizards away from now. Raton not wanting to commit to a big engagement. This is also kind of rough for lizards too, because this is very awkward terrain here. These lizards might have a hard time like finding all of their respective tiles very quickly. And Raton is looking to try to find some damage. He's coming in here. No, he kind of overcommits a little bit without committing all the way. I know that sounded really weird. But, like, if you weren't going to do it, you should have pulled back earlier. Oh, no, and he comes home and rallies. Oh, my God. F in chat, boys. Oof. That was rough. Niccolaccio should be able to take that miss path there and turn it into a victory. Niccolaccio is starting off a bit strong there, but after a couple decisions, really trying to go in for some extra damage, ends up getting get rough there. What's up, Airlu? All right. Game number 2. Let's do it. Spawning at the bottom, we've got Raton. And his opponent up top, Niccolaccio. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what's up with that. I'll have to look into it. Typically, there's a lot of options for quality. And today, my quality is like, no, it's the best quality or it's no quality at all. No in between. So, apologize. I will Google it later. Yeah, I might play a couple matches after this. I don't know. What do you guys think? I can just highlight it off the VOD. I'm pretty hungry. Maybe we'll do like a few. I do really want to play though. Fast forwarding a little bit here. Oh, what? Whoops. I gave the wrong person the point. Raton did not win that first game. niccolaccio did. The chat's just on Team Raton, man. You guys are just going to let it happen. And we see several tier 1 here, going into 3 before committing to either tech or economy. Again, I just think both players are trying to be safe here. Yeah, even going into 4 tier 1 each. And I do like this map a lot better for niccolaccio. He's got so many mills here. However, the map is fine for Raton. He's easily got a second and third base option. And my typical rule of thumb is, like, you know, most of the time, as long as you have access to a second base, you kind of can't complain too much. You know, not having a third does suck, but that's the way she goes sometimes. And hard to tooth and tail is adjusting your strategy and your game plan to compensate for that sort of thing, you know. Maybe you need to do some sort of two-base push. But it always is a little bit rough when your opponent's got options that you do not. niccolaccio moving in here. Maybe reconsidering it, though, as he starts some pushback. Gonna take this mill. And this is like equal lizards versus equal squirrels here. And the lizards win that engagement any day of the week. Especially when the squirrels are not protected by the warrens. And that just actually just straight up might be a Raton victory here. Really showing the strength of lizards in the modern meta. Alright, game number 3. Spawning at the bottom, we've got Raton. And his opponent to the right, niccolaccio. Alright, Raton sticking with the same deck. niccolaccio changing things up a little bit. Squirrel Toad Cam with Badger Pigeon. Maybe to transition to the late game. But it looks like niccolaccio is just going very anti-lizard, which I like to see. You know, he's actually adjusting his deck in his composition to what his opponent's doing. I think Raton is pretty well known to like Mass Lizard. So Raton's got several options here to deal with that. Well, I'm really curious to see, like, modern toads versus lizards. I mean, I've been playing with toads a decent amount, but it's kind of hard for me to say. Like, I don't think toads counter as lizards as much as they used to. niccolaccio changed things up, going for a 6-farm double. Because the modern toads deal more single target and less AoE. So I think the theory with modern toads is they're supposed to be better at killing tier 2 and structures. And if, you know, 3 toads kills a tier 2, that's a victory for the toad player because of tempo. Ooh, is niccolaccio actually going to attack? No, he decides against it. He did force a little bit of a response there out of Raton. And I suppose he considers that to be enough. And we are going to move on in the match. Bigger map here, but we're still spawning right next to each other, which is kind of funny. Both players do have the option to kind of expand out. I'm interested to see if either player wants to be the ballsy one and take one of these more forward mills in between the two bases. Because both players have like the more bold expansion choice or like the safer expansion choice, you know. But I think if I'm niccolaccio here, I think this is kind of both. I think this is the bold and the safe one, right? Because taking this against lizards feels a little bit rough, but then again, I suppose if you just kept your units kind of in this general area, you could prevent kind of runarounds to the main base. And Raton going to go into double cam. niccolaccio does scout the single tier 2, but not the second one. He's going to match it with a single tier 2 of his own. But double tier 2 is like exponentially better than single tier 2. I think you could say that for most of them. Maybe not Snake. I don't know. I don't play with snakes enough. But it feels like, you know, 2 cams versus 4 cams or 2 skunks versus 4 skunks is a very big difference. But niccolaccio does have toads, and if these these toads are good both against the chameleons and the lizards, but I think you would even still want the toads to hit the cams here. Oh, niccolaccio could feel it. But he does put his units out of position just a little bit. Raton is going to be able to come in and get 1 pig, but loses 6 lizards. Now it's 7. A couple toads go down in the process, but maybe niccollaccio's got an opportunity to deal some counter damage here. Before he heads out, though, he puts a couple farms on that second base, really solidifying his lead. As long as this attack doesn't go horribly wrong for him, his commander gets very low, but the rest of his units show up just in time before the commander falls. And here's that 4 chameleons. niccolaccio pulls back. A couple of them are pretty low, and if these toads connect, they can do some serious damage here. All 4 of those chameleons living, though, is absolutely huge for Raton. I agree with Receipt in the chat there. niccolaccio probably should have just stayed in. He would have lost most, if not all, of his squirrels, but I think he definitely would have got another cam. He might have even got another 2 or 3. Raton getting into these skunks as well. Slowly but surely, that tier 2 count is going up and up. And keep in mind, Raton kept all his chameleons alive, while niccolaccio lost his. And this kind of running around, looking for openings, you know, Raton's really just getting punished for it. And I think niccolaccio wants to move out, but he's still just kind of waiting on these cams. You know, he's already bottom. He might as well wait just a little bit for him to come out. Getting very, very high on the toad count, which normally I'd be a bit skeptical of, but with the lizard cam army, the toads can be very, very effective. Ooh, nice flank maybe, or perhaps just a miss rally there. Okay. So Raton's got up to his skunks. He's going into double skunks, so we're getting into a little bit of a macro game here. What's up, Rainbow Chat? Thanks, man. Yeah, it's Mochaccino who's been organizing stuff for lately. Really, it's Mochaccino and Gent have been the brainchilds of most of the recent events here. Oh, here we go. The big bad badger on the way for niccolaccio. No plans to attack anytime soon. Says, all right, man, let's play a little bit of a macro game here. But if Raton sees this, I think he's got the tools in his toolbox here to deal with that. You know, if he gets into his own wolf, maybe a couple snakes, should be fine. But Raton has not gone into scout lately. He's got a couple cams set off to the side here. And is going to push in for a big attack. So many toads from niccolaccio. just deleting all the lizards, but honestly, I don't think those were the connections he was looking for. I think he needed a couple of those toads to hit the tier 2 a little bit as well. But the lizards from Raton just soaked up all the toads, like, immediately. And look at that. They both just straight up trade armies there. And Raton needs to sell down a little bit on the tier 2 here. He's a bit blocked. The economies are getting down into the dumps now that these second bases really haven't been able to get established. Nice sell on the Badger earlier from Niccolaccio, even going down to single cams here. How many toads is it for a mill? That's a good question. Somebody could probably look at how much damage a toad does, how much HP a mill has. I think it's a lot. I think it's like 12 or something. Pretty sure it's more than 9. Ooh, Niccolaccio is showing a Badger, selling it immediately though. Now Raton has wiggled out some more army. Raton does have 4 skunks here, which can tank quite a bit. But maybe if these toads get some good hits. So much gas coming down here from Raton. It looks like Niccolaccio's army is getting deleted. These 4 skunks are all that remains, though. Raton really wants to get some damage on the pigs, but it's overextending a little bit with the skunks. One of them goes down, but he's still got a couple left. And Niccolaccio knows he's just too far behind. Yeah, 15 sounds right. 12 sounded too low. Okay, that's another point on the board for Raton here. Let's get into match number 4. Spawning on the right-hand side, we've got Raton. Fresh off a win, and his opponent to the left, Niccolaccio. Okay, map looking pretty even. Maybe a little better for Niccolaccio, but again, I don't like to wax poetically too much about 3rd, 4th, 5th bases and stuff like that. Well, I do have everyone here. Please keep sending me replays. ToothandTailTV at gmail.com. Any level of play is perfectly acceptable. We just had a new patch a few days ago, so if I want to do new patch replays on Friday, I need more submissions. I do a little bit of fast forwarding here as we get through the early game. Not a lot is going on. Both players went for that 8 farm opening. The map is big and wonky enough. Definitely makes sense, and I'm curious if we'll see the players do anything particularly greedy because the map is very large. Yeah, like Raton here going for a tier 1 into a tier 2. I think that is a nice adjustment to this map. Niccolaccio will scout it, but you can't really punish it. The map is just too big. Where do you send replays? Yeah, ToothandTailTV at gmail.com. is the spot to go to send me your replays. Thank you very much. I don't have like a Discord. I had somebody else ask me if I had like a Discord not too long ago. I mainly just hang out in Tooth and you guys could just ping me, you can DM me or whatever if you want to chat. I try to be pretty responsive. I work in an office, so it's pretty easy for me to keep track of the Discord during the day. Yeah, Tooth and Tail Discord is awesome. If you aren't in there already, definitely join. It's the Pocketwatch Discord, actually. There's a link to it underneath the stream you're watching right now. Is there? Oh yeah, there is. It's just not like a link. It just says discord.gg/Pocketwatch. So Raton, getting some quick farms up both sides, really. It's a nice little macro game we have on our hands. which we haven't really seen between these two players very much. Like, I guess that last game wasn't really a macro game, though. It was just kind of like a scrappy game that continued on for a long duration. Oh man, I need to get some more mods. I got a couple mods, but they aren't super super active these days. Did that work? Why is that not working? I don't know, Daffy. Ban P. Dude, I literally just copied and pasted. There we go. Oh, I already banned him, that's why. Alright, Raton getting that wolf up. But you'd figure, like, when I banned somebody, it would delete their message. Oh, it was like a spam. Just a spam bot, like, hey, buy followers. So we got a wolf coming out, and we got a boar coming out. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted by that. Niccolaccio did see the wolf, and Raton just scouted the boar. So both players know what's up. This is a pretty general, like, 2-base half sat into some big tech here. Raton's got some cams out for the wolf, which is kind of nice. Niccolaccio looking to get into some falcons, looking to get into some cams of their own. But this is a pretty nasty army coming out from Raton right here. As long as he can protect this wolf, you know, these buffed up units will do considerably better than normal in the engagement. So let's kind of see it. But like, the longer he waits, the better this gets for Niccolaccio. Can quickly throw down some more Warrens. Some of these tier 2 will finish up. And here we go, the big engagement. These chameleons getting a little bit too far forward, though. A lot of those just kind of get deleted before the fight even starts. And the wolf goes down. This is a phenomenal defense here for Niccolaccio. Raton, unfortunately, going to have to sell that wolf off. Did not go as planned there. Yeah, might hop on the ladder after this, but I don't think I'm going to stream it. I do have to get some food. It's already been a couple hours here. Niccolaccio coming in for the counterattack. Raton's defense is not bad, but Niccolaccio will have enough to break through here, and I think Raton is just going to have to tap. That attack got fumbled a little bit too hard earlier on, and this counter-aggression from Niccolaccio is just getting so much work done, and now the boar even shows up to help torch down all these Warrens. Raton can get the snake poison stacks onto the boar, but not going to really matter. That is it. GG. That ties things up 2-2 here. Very cool. Let's get into it. Game number 5. Spawning in the bottom right. I said reft. We have Niccolaccio. And up top, Raton. You know, reft in lights, directions. I swear I'm not, what's the word? Jeez, my brain is turning off. Dyslexic. There we go. Alright, so this is for all the marbles here, tied up 2-2. Looks like the players are utilizing the same decks they did last time. Pretty good spawn here for Niccolaccio. And this is that situation for Raton I was talking about, where it's like, yeah, he's got like 2 bases and that's kind of it. And that does suck, but it is playable. And Raton can come down here to the 9 o'clock, try to get a third there. But overall, into the hyper late game, this map is favorable for Niccolaccio. It's a pretty big map, though. Well, I mean, actually, the rush distance isn't as far as it seems. Kind of close. We'll see. 8 farm double from niccolaccio here. And Raton, again, going to go the single into the cams. I think I like this if you're going to get aggressive with the chameleons, maybe. Oh, I thought he was about to be a mad lad and just go double cam right there. Do it. Oh. I was hoping. One can hope. niccolaccio just building up the lizards for now. Kind of a role reversal, what we saw earlier in the series. niccolaccio needs to be careful with his commander health. Is going to be able to get in here, get a pig. This chameleon will help bolster the defense, though. He's going to have to come home. But overall, that was successful there. You know, traded okay, and picked up the pig in the process. Raton does have the tech advantage, though. And it's a little bit rough, because it's like the chameleons can do pretty decently against the lizards, but the squirrels kind of get ran over by the lizards, right? I think Raton really needs to get into double cam for them to be quite nice against the lizards here. Let's see, 9 squirrels against 15 lizards, with the cams too. This might be too many lizards. Let's find out. Oh, looks like the chameleons are able to deal with them pretty decently there. And the cams even have enough HP left over to bust through here, take out a couple warrens. One pig goes down, the second pig goes down, so just a ton of damage here from Raton. Nice attack coming through. Those chameleons did surprisingly well in that fight. And now niccolaccio is in a world of hurt, and he knows that he really wants to rebuild these farms, but he can't. He's got to get some tier 1 up. He's got to bolster up whatever army he can for this follow-up push. Only a single chameleon this time around, but niccollaccio's got like no units left. Raton coming in here for the kill move. Oh my gosh, this chameleon's so low. It should be dying here shortly. But Raton's just got too many squirrels left over. And that should be game. niccolaccio is gonna have to tap, so GG. Raton takes the series 3-2.